In the heart of Centurion, South Africa, nestled between the bustling cityscape and serene suburban life, lived three remarkable women whose lives intertwined through fate and fortune. Natasha and Carol were sisters, both strikingly beautiful with ebony skin and eyes that held secrets of their wealthy upbringing. Their parents, influential figures in the community, ensured they had the best of everything: education, comfort, and values. But life has a way of turning tables. When their parents tragically passed away in a car accident, Natasha and Carol were left to fend for themselves. The wealth that once cushioned them was now a distant memory. They moved into a modest home, far removed from their previous opulence. Natasha, the older of the two at 35, took up various jobs to support her younger sister, but the shadow of their past loomed large. Janette, the third member of their trio, had her own story of loss and resilience. Once married to a wealthy businessman, she enjoyed the privileges of high society until her husband's betrayal and subsequent divorce left her penniless. Janette, also 35, found solace in the companionship of Natasha and Carol, who understood her pain. United by their circumstances, the three women sought solace in spirituality, becoming priestesses at a local temple. They wore traditional nun clothes, representing purity and devotion, but beneath this serene facade, a storm was brewing. Their struggles with poverty and societal pressure pushed them to a breaking point, leading to an audacious plan that would change their lives forever. One evening, as they sat in their humble abode, the weight of their financial burdens felt unbearable. Carol, with her fiery spirit, proposed an idea that seemed both insane and brilliant. "We could plan a heist," she whispered, her eyes gleaming with a mix of desperation and excitement. Natasha and Janette were taken aback but intrigued. The thought of stealing from the wealthy who had wronged them was a dangerous yet alluring proposition. Months of meticulous planning followed. They studied the routines of the affluent residents of Centurion, identifying a target that seemed both lucrative and feasible. They chose a mansion belonging to a businessman known for his unscrupulous dealings. Under the guise of their priestess roles, they conducted reconnaissance, noting every detail of the mansion's security. On the night of the heist, the air was thick with anticipation. Clad in their nun clothes, which provided an unexpected disguise, they set out under the cover of darkness. Natasha, with her quick wit, disabled the security system, while Carol and Janette expertly navigated the mansion's halls, collecting jewelry, cash, and valuable artifacts. The heist was a success, but it was not without close calls. At one point, the mansion's owner stirred in his sleep, causing their hearts to race. Carol's swift thinking and the silence of their movements ensured they remained undetected. As they exited the mansion with their spoils, a sense of exhilaration and fear enveloped them. Their joy, however, was short-lived. The businessman soon discovered the theft and, leveraging his connections, set a citywide manhunt in motion. The women, despite their careful planning, were eventually apprehended. Their arrest sent shockwaves through Centurion, revealing the double lives they led. In the months following their arrest, Natasha, Carol, and Janette faced intense scrutiny. The media painted them as villains, but their story resonated with many who saw them as victims of circumstance. Their time in prison was harsh, but it provided them with a unique perspective on life and their actions. While incarcerated, they reflected on their journey and the choices that led them to this point. Natasha, always the leader, proposed they use their experience to teach others. They began writing, sharing their life stories, the heist, and the lessons learned. Their writings were raw and honest, emphasizing the importance of hard work, patience, and the dangers of desperation. Upon their release, their books became bestsellers. They used the proceeds to start initiatives aimed at helping women in similar circumstances, providing education and resources to prevent others from making the same mistakes. The three priestesses, once criminals, became symbols of redemption and resilience. Their story, a modern-day South African folktale, served as a powerful reminder of the complexities of human nature and the capacity for change. Natasha, Carol, and Janette, through their journey of loss, crime, and redemption, taught a nation about the strength of the human spirit and the importance of perseverance. This tale of Natasha, Janette, and Carol is more than just a story of a heist, it's a narrative of survival, transformation, and the unyielding quest for a better life. It captures the essence of South African folklore, blending contemporary challenges with timeless lessons, creating a narrative that resonates across generations. Years after their release, Natasha, Carol, and Janette became celebrated authors and motivational speakers. They traveled across South Africa, sharing their story and advocating for social change. Their experiences inspired countless women to overcome their adversities and strive for better futures. In Centurion, the mansion they once robbed was turned into a community center, funded by the sales of their books. It became a haven for women seeking support and education, a symbol of the positive change that can arise from the darkest of circumstances. The legacy of the three priestesses lived on, not as criminals but as beacons of hope and resilience. Their tale became a cherished folktale, passed down through generations, reminding everyone that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit can triumph, and redemption is always within reach.